lets me in. Who tried to tighten up the collar, clean me up, pull me up by the holler. There's only one way this ends.
Take a drive from downtown along Broad Street and run into Lincoln Financial Field, the home of the Eagles here in South Philadelphia. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap. It's the Denver Broncos and the Philadelphia Eagles. So good to have you with us. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson, Greg Wild. First month of the calendar in the NFL. Had some great games, some finishes that were pretty special, the usual surprises. Now, we hit October, and like you say, this is where the season really gets going.
Yeah, doesn't it just feel like on the NFL calendar, every month kind of has its own vibe, right? It's September, you're just starting to figure out how good you are. You don't even know how...
It's Jake Elliott, ready to get this one kicked off. And we're underway here in South Philly. This one deep in the landing zone. He'll return it from the 2. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. So the Broncos come out, and Greg, they are led by their QB of the future. Found their guy with the 6th quarterback selection in the 2024 draft. Second season now for Bo Nix.
I don't think there's any way around it, Mike. I mean, this has been a disastrous start for this season. I know their expectations were clearly higher than how things have played out. At this point in the season, you just need to get a win. However it comes, whatever it looks like, you've got to change the energy in that building because the only way to learn how to win in the NFL is to win.
And they're going to take this into the red zone to the 15-yard line.
Broncos first down.
They'll run with the 2nd-round pick in the April draft. A modest gain, maybe 2 yards. It's 2nd down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Working out of the gun, it's Nix. And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down.
It's a gain of a yard.
From the shotgun, here's Nix. A throw right side is intercepted. Picked off by Quinyon Mitchell. He's inside the 30. And he's going to bring this one back the distance. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Well, that changes the story quickly. Looked like a very nice opening drive to start. Instead, Greg, it goes back the other way, and the defense scores first.
And Mike, early on, that's exactly how they drew it up. They wanted to come out and establish themselves with this first drive of the game, and then all of a sudden, disaster strikes. Not only do they turn the ball over, the defense is able to take it all the way back for the pick six.
So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. He'll start at the 4. Get across the 20, mark him at the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
Drive starts on the ground, and this is Harvey. Nice gain here. He's going to be marked down at the 35-yard line.
13 yards on the play. That's good for the Broncos.
They'll go play action with Nix. He'll step up and run.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. A little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good game.
And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there. Now a 3rd and 2.
A loss of 2 yards. And it's 3rd
Nix
down.
from the gun on 3rd down. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete. He was looking for Marvin Mims there. And now it's 4th down. The Broncos bringing out their punches. So here come the Eagles, and they are led by the reigning Super Bowl MVP. What a season for Jalen Hurts. Took the Eagles to the mountaintop. Now his 6th season in the NFL.
You think back to last week and what was really a pretty bland game. He didn't do a ton that was overly exciting, but his team was still able to come out with a win. I think that's really a testament to this roster that they have built. Yes, you're going to need your quarterback to play good ball as the season progresses, but in the meantime, they are good enough around him that as he continues to find his way, this is still a tough team to match up with.
And they're going to work this down inside the 45. He is just gashing the defense right now. 17 more yards with that one.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Off the play fake. Hurts. He'll get this complete. That's A.J. Brown. And he'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line.
That's another Eagles 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
I'll run up the middle with Barkley. And he will get into the end zone. Saquon Barkley. Touchdown, Eagles. It's his 4th rushing touchdown of the year. Greg, offensive coordinator, script the start of the game. This script has read perfectly. What a great start for this offense.
It just seems like every play this offensive coordinator dials up is perfectly timed and then perfectly executed. They've been aggressive. They've been efficient right since the start of this one. And I'll tell you what, Mike, they continue to build on this lead here early. It's going to be a long day for this defense.
Here comes a return from the 3. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Broncos offense ready to come back out for this next possession. Greg, I love the evolution of the NFL. Every 3-4 years feels like things change a little bit. Right now it feels like we're in a running back, running game era. Does that make sense to you?
Absolutely. And the league has such a funny way of continuing to reinvent itself. Years ago, 15, 20 years ago, Mike, this was a running back-led league. It was play action. Quarterbacks were under center. And then what offenses realized was the best way to score points is to generate explosive plays. Get a bunch of yardage all at one time because it's very hard to sustain possessions in the NFL. So as a result, they said, okay, what's the best way to generate big plays? It's to throw the ball downfield. So it became a very pass-heavy league. And then now defenses had to answer. The days of the big defensive tackles, the 260-pound Mike linebackers, everyone now on the field had to be able to defend space and defend the pass. And there was a lot more air on the field created by the defenses. So now, as a result, the offenses are saying, okay, we're throwing into all these bad looks, all these teams playing dime, multiple defensive backs. We're now going to take advantage of smaller bodies on the field, and we're going to run the ball at you. So the way I like to classify it is, Mike, offenses aren't running the ball more because they want to. Offenses are running the ball more because defenses are encouraging them to do that and saying, I dare you to run the ball 40 times this game and generate enough big plays to score enough points to beat them.
And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. Here's Jeremy Crawshaw now. And John's to punt for the 2nd time in this opening quarter. That is fielded at the 20. And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. The Eagles offense back onto the field for their next possession. They've been one of the better teams running the football all year, evidenced by the ease with which they ran it on that prior drive. Able to tiptoe around one tackler, but not a second. He'll be taken down for no gain right at the line of scrimmage.
A loss of a yard. Brings up
To throw on second down is Hurts. Now a deep ball looking for Brown. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force third down. Now Hurts. He's going to try it here again. Inside the 20. And he will take this one in. 74 yards. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A beautiful combination in the air there. The pass downfield and bringing it the rest of the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And it's really just a great route, Mike, and then a beautiful throw. The accuracy of the throw is what allowed the receiver not only to secure the catch, but then be able to turn it up and finish the play and find himself in the end zone.
Elliott, good on the extra point. And the Eagles mistake themselves to a 21-0 lead. So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. Here comes a return from the goal line. And he will get back to only about his 20-yard line. That's where the drive will start. The Broncos offense getting set to get back to work. They are facing an uphill climb early. Begin this drive with 1st and 10. They'll begin on the ground with Harvey. And he'll be brought down after a short pickup to the 24. John Campbell, first-round pick out of Bama. There for the stop.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Now a second down throw for Nix. And he wisely hit the deck at the end of that one. No unnecessary shot there. It is a first down. 1 quarter in the books. It's the Eagles with the early advantage. And we're back in Philly in a moment. A first down throw for Nix. There's a throw right side. Going to be incomplete. Evan Ingram, the intended target. And it'll be second down. To throw is Nix. There's a short one taken by Ingram. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short. They'll go with the sneak. Trying to find any seat he can, but the push too strong in the middle. He didn't get there. It's 4th down.
It's 4th down.
On comes the punter now, as he's on to punt for Denver.
Formation for the Broncos.
And this one's going to land out of bounds as they'll mark it inside the 20. Here comes the Philly offense now as they make their way back onto the field. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. To throw is Hurts. And he will slide to a halt, but he does have the first down.
It's a gain of 21 yards. And an Eagles first down.
A run with Barkley. She'll get him behind his blockers, get forward for a pickup of 3. That's the safety, Talanoa Hufanga on the tackle.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up
second down throw for Hurts. Now a screen set up for Barkley. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Markham at the 48-yard line. That screen goes for 12. And that's a first down.
Good for the Eagles. First down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
They'll run. It's Barkley. And wow, tough to bring down that time. Surging forward for a pickup of 6. Second down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Once again, it's Barkley. And he's going to pick it up and take it down inside the 35 for the first down. Now a stoppage for an injured player, and it's Saquon Barkley who appears to be shaken up. Here's the first carry for Tank Bigsby. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. From the 31, here is 2nd down and 7.
At the 31-yard
Now Hurts. Now he'll run. 20-yard pickup there. Good for an Eagles first down.
That's another Eagles first down. 1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Here's Bigsby. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
All the qualities that make a good safety are seen on display on this play. Speed, pursuit, and then the intensity and the strength at the point of contact for the tackle to keep this ball kept.
And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him. Jonathan Cooper gets him for a loss of 7. And now it's 3rd down. To throw, Hurts. That one broken up in the end zone. It's incomplete. What great work just to get those hands up there. And now it's 4th down.
Jake Elliott on for the field goal.
Elliott's kick is good. And the Eagles extend the lead to 24-0. And back to work goes Elliott after making the field goal. He'll send this one away. Jaleel McLaughlin now on the return. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. Back onto the field comes the Denver offense. They'll try to get this a bit more respectable before the break. It has not been their half to this point. Let's see what they do on this drive. First down now. Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Throwing. Nix. He connects with Mims. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 7.
Here's Nix to throw. This one broken up. It's incomplete. Good job separating the receiver from the ball, and it is 4th down.
And that's exactly how you teach it. They want these defenders to time the hit, that right when the ball gets there, you separate the receiver from the ball. And those are the ones on offense, man. You just have to make that catch, Mike. I know it's easier said than done, but you know the hit's coming. You've got to squeeze that thing, brace for impact, and make that play for your offense.
That's a nice job of making things more manageable for this offense as he takes it back beyond the 25-yard line. Fake the give. Now it's Hurts. He'll get a dozen out of that one, scrambling his way to a first down.
12 yards. And an Eagles first down. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So, 1st and 10 here now at the 38. Straight ahead, it's Bigsby. He'll work his way forward for about 3 yards. Brandon Jones comes up with the stop.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, and keeps this to a modest gain at best.
On 2nd down, Hurts. And he's going to be taken down as we hit the 2-minute warning here in this first half. Set to go now on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. He keeps it himself. Hurts will give himself up here at the end, but not before he picks up a first down.
16 more yards. That's another Eagles.
Back to throw. He'll take off again. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
4 yards. That's another Eagles first down. First and 10 at the 18-yard line.
On first down, it's Hurts. That one's complete. It's Tank Bigsby. And they continue to be tough to stop. Chance to extend the lead even further as they are set up with first and goal.
Eagles first down. First and goal at the 1-yard line.
Bigsby. And he's not going to get in. In fact, he'll lose yardage. They push him backwards. Here's a timeout for Philadelphia. That is their second, as they'll stop it just a little bit over 30 seconds to go in this first half. Hurts working in the pistol. And they're going to bring him down, but there is a penalty marker on the field. The Aussie Super Bowl champ Jordan Mailata guilty there. Now Jalen Hurts on second down. And that is incomplete. But now a penalty flag comes in late. He might have been caught with his hands in the cookie jar. The defense still arguing about that pass interference call, but their focus needs to be a stop. They face first and goal. Now a screen set up for Bigsby. Good hustle by the defense. They beat the offensive linemen to the blocks there. No gain on that screen pass. Now the Eagles will use the last of their timeouts. Clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Second and goal. A pistol snap back to Hurts. It is brought in the end zone. A.J. Brown. Touchdown, Philadelphia. It's his third touchdown catch this year.
You know, we spent so much time talking about the heroics of a game-winning drive to end the fourth quarter in 2-minute mode. Well, let's talk about a 2-minute mode, Mike, at the end of the first half. It might not be in walk-off fashion. I'll tell you what, executing that here, going into halftime, changes this entire game.
Makes the score Eagles 31.
They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. And there'll be no return forthcoming, so the ball comes out to the 35.
At their own 35-yard line.
Big snap on first and 10. Now the Broncos going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. On second down, it's Hicks. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line. Now a timeout, Denver. That's their second. And they'll have a chance to talk things over after picking up that first down.
It's been a rough first half, but now as we approach halftime, Mike, we got to start getting some wins. And it could be something small like we just saw here. Some positive plays, build a little confidence on that sideline. So as you go into halftime, you have something to build on.
And no rest for the weary. Let's get right back to it. Quarter number 3 set to begin. Jackson now to return it. Yes! And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
It is Bigsby to start this drive. This time the sledding becomes a little more difficult. They're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. They'll run it with the Boston College bruiser, A.J. Dillon. And the defense there to meet him. They'll hold him to 2 and bring up third down.
A gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 7.
A shotgun snap now to Hurts. That one caught by Smith. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. He's over 100 receiving yards on the afternoon now, and a first down to boot.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
On first and 10, it's Bigsby. And he shows off those strong legs running through one tackle. Give him a gain of 8.
Brought down at the 39-yard line. It's a gain of 9.
Give up the middle to the big back, Dillon. This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple. Here's a third down and 4.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
Third down, they go with Bigsby. This will not do the trick. They've stopped him behind the line. Fourth down coming up.
This is one of those down at distances where the offense really could either run or pass, but give credit to the defense. They sold out to stop the run, and boy, were they right. They take them down for a loss.
This is going to get out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. The Broncos offense ready for their first possession of this second half. This will begin at their own 13-yard line. So work to do starting with this first and 10. That ball flutters to the ground. It's incomplete. But fortunate there wasn't a defender right there in the area. Could have been a turnover. Instead, it brings up second down. Working out of the gun, it's Nix. That's taken in. It's R.J. Harvey. And they're going to move this all the way up near the 35-yard line.
21 yards. That's good for a Broncos first down.
Nix, now to throw it here on first down. Open man, downfield, it's Franklin. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
7 more yards.
On first down, it's Harvey. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. Boy, some bulk in the formation on that right side here for first and 10. Back to throw is Nix. Oh, a short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. It's a pass he say he should have had. Instead, he does not, and it brings up second. The pass rush gets home, and he goes down.
What started out as a promising drive seemed inevitable, Mike, with the way they were able to continue to move the ball, that they'd find themselves finishing with points. But after that second down sack brings up 3rd and long, and this drive looks suddenly very different.
And they were hoping for a little more on that one. Brought down well short of the first. It'll bring up 4th down. On now, it's Will Lutz to try the field goal. Officially, this will be a 43-yarder. He makes up for the earlier miss. This time, the kick is good. And the Broncos cut 3 off the lead, but they still face a sizable deficit. Here's Smith to return it. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
On first down, it's Hurts. Now he'll run it. Give him 14 on that play. One first down.
It's a gain of
They'll come up first and 10 at the 40.
That's good for an Eagles.
A run up the middle with Bigsby. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2.
Taken down at the 43-yard line.
From the 43, here's 2nd and 8.
2nd and 8.
Quick throw on the RPO to Goddard. He's going to have a first down. He's forced out. Nice pickup of 9.
First and 10 at the
Hurts going to hold on to this one. And he's not going to get away. They're going to bring him down on the other side of midfield. Now, following the play, we're going to get a stoppage. There's an injured Bronco. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. So after the loss on first, here's 2nd and 14. Off the play fake, Hurts. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That's a good idea. Didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up 3rd down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
That's to the left side and taken in by Smith. It'll gain some yardage here, but that is not nearly enough for the 1st down. It's going to bring up 4th down.
And it seems like he just cut that route a little too short. He's got to get more depth on the initial stem, and that way he makes sure when he catches the ball, it's beyond the sticks.
And not the greatest of results here. This is going to hit in the field of play and continue out of bounds. The Broncos offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. They are in need of points in a big way as they set out on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, here's Nix. That's swung out to Harvey. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 31.
2nd down, Nix. Now they'll set up the screen for Harvey. And he's out of bounds up beyond the 45-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10.
First down.
They'll throw. It's Nix. Look wide. Get this one complete. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
A gain of 22 more yards. That's another Broncos first down.
Work in the middle. That's Harvey. Ooh, some hitting going on now. He was rough right at the line of scrimmage.
On the tackle. A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 32-yard line.
So, 3 quarters now in the books. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Now, a 2nd down throw for Nix. That's caught right side. It's Franklin. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10.
26 yards.
On 1st and goal, Harvey. Nothing there. He is fortunate just to get back to the line. Now it's 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal at the 6-yard line.
They'll go play action with Nix. This is hot toward the side of the end zone. Cortland Sutton. Touchdown, Denver. It's his 2nd touchdown of the year. Well, it's not going to be enough, but at least they find the end zone at the end of a hard week's work. At least a little payoff with a touchdown, Greg.
Mike, you can just chalk this one up in the column of too little, too late. Give credit to this offense for not going down without a fight, but they're not going to have enough time to find themselves back in this one.
His kick is good. It's the score, Eagles 31, Broncos 10. Will Lutz.
So now after the touchdown, Lutz going to send this one away. Here's Smith to return it. And He'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Jalen Hurts and the Philadelphia offense set to take over once more. And this defense has got to be at its wits' end trying to come up with a way to keep him contained. He's had so many opportunities to tuck it and go. He's turned a number of those into big plays. And he'll get about 5.
He's taken down at the 33-yard line.
From the 33, here's 2nd and 4.
2nd and 4.
Once again, it's Bigsby. And this is going to be an Eagles first down. The tackle made at about the 43-yard line.
That's good for an Eagles first down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
They'll stay on the ground and stay with Bigsby. This time they're ready for it. Room to run the last snap, not this one. They stop him for no gain.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
On the toss, here comes Dillon. Still keeping the legs moving, somehow managing to turn that into a gain. What can they do here on 3rd down and 7? To throw, Hurts. This is to Goddard on the screen. And they will finally catch up to him and get him down. Big-time play for Philly. And even 30 yards.
1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Hurts to the air on 1st down. It'll go right back to Goddard. He's got it again. And it's going to be 1st and goal coming up. Tackle made at the 5-yard line.
Eagles first down. 1st and goal at the 5.
From the shotgun, it's Hurts.
And that's a big-time play. Felt like they really needed it, Mike. That was a drive where the offense seemed to be in complete control. Anytime on the defense where you find yourself on your heels, you're giving up big plays, you're giving up fresh set of downs, you need a spark. You need something to change the momentum of the drive, and we'll see if that was it right there.
It's now 3rd and
This is the 8th play of this drive, and it's 3rd and goal. To throw is Hurts. Taking off, and he'll take this one in. Jalen Hurts. Touchdown, Eagles. The defense comes up with the coverage, but they cannot keep up with the speed as the quarterback scrambles to the end zone for the touchdown.
And down here in the red zone, Mike, is where I think a quarterback's legs could be the most dangerous. The defenders are trying to match backs, match tight ends and receivers, but often it's the quarterback that has no one assigned to him. And in this case, he's able to capitalize and run it in himself.
So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. McLaughlin now on the return. And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin then. The Broncos offense starting to trot out for this next possession. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. They'll begin on the ground with Harvey. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all. 2nd and 11.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11.
Throwing. Nix. That's taken in by Franklin. And they're going to mark him down up past the 35. So, from the 36, it is 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Nix. That is brought in downfield by Sutton. They'll go up here, 1st and 10.
That's another Broncos first down.
Play action now. It's Nix. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up 2nd down. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play. It is 3rd and long.
2-yard loss brings up 3rd down and 12.
Nix from the gun on 3rd down. And he'll be taken down. They got him back at the 50-yard line. It's Jalen Phillips. He's in there to drop him. And it leads to 4th down. Nix gonna throw for it. That's gonna be incomplete. They felt compelled to go for it on 4th and long. That was a big ask, and the defense turns them away. Now they give it to Bigsby, heading right. Angling to the sideline, inside the 35. And he's going to be out of bounds down at the 30. Now it's Bigsby. This time the sledding becomes a little more difficult. They're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
29-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Here's a handoff to Bigsby. Looking to move away from the tackler as he winds up gaining 7 yards. Nice run there.
That's a gain of 7. Makes it 3rd and 2.
We'll try and run here with Bigsby. On the move at the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10.
Eagles, 1st down.
They'll run right here with Bigsby. And this time they are ready for it. Thrown for a loss. And it's 2nd down.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 16-yard line.
So it's a win here for the Eagles. They got out of the gates hot, ran out to the big first quarter lead, did not look back as they cruise in this one.